Hi students, this is Mr. Nguyen. Welcome to another tutorials video on using IXL practices. Today we're going to be working on solving trapezoids and what's the other one? Kites. Sorry, I went blank. Using their properties, right? So let's before we begin, let's take a look at these properties real quick. For trapezoids, there are two types. There's a regular trapezoid, and there are what we call isosceles trapezoids, right? So isosceles trapezoids are just a little bit more special because the legs are the same, right? So what do we know about trapezoids? Well, we know the middle line, the median, or we call it the midsegment or the median. It's the average of the two bases. So it's kind of like the middle base, right? So it's kind of like your three-story house. You have the first story is in between the two other stories, right? Sort of like that. We also know that the leg angles, so the leg angles are actually these angles right here, right? A and D are the leg angles because they are the angles that are on the leg, and then B and D. So these leg angles add up to 180 degrees. So that's true for all trapezoid. That means it's true for isosceles trapezoid as well, right? But then on isosceles trapezoid, because they are more special, they have um, additional properties. So what's true? Well, what's true is their legs are congruent. That's by definition, right? Because they are isosceles. And their base angles, the base angles are right here. So the base angles, there's one right here and there's one right here because it's on the base. And then there's one right here and one down here. So these base angles are equal to each other. Now they themselves don't equal, but they are equal to each other. That's on the base, right? And then diagonals happen to be equal to each other as well. Okay, the diagonal is equal to each other. Okay, like this picture is drawn right here. Diagonal is equal. Now here in a regular trapezoid, the diagonals are not equal. So just be careful what kind you're working with. Okay. The second one we take a look at is the kites. The kites are probably one of the unique shape as well. The kite is shaped like a human body, right, with the arms and the legs and the head and the tail, right? As you can see here, if you were to lay down and stretch your arm out, you would look like here. The diagonals actually make a cross, right? It's perpendicular there, and the arms, what I refer to, the arms are equal to each other. However, the neck part and the leg part are not equal to each other. And then over here we have the the arm. This is what I call the arm wings are equal to each other, and then the leg wings are equal to each other, right? The arm the head and the tails angles are not equal to each other, but the arm angles are equal to each other, or what I call the wing angles. If we were to make a kite, those would be the wings, right? The wing angles are equal to each other. So just refer back to these properties when we are working with these problems, okay? All right, let's start with trapezoids. For trapezoids, let's take a look at this one. Now, it says that ST is 4. Let me use my web paint here. ST is 4 right here, okay? And QV is 6. And then we are looking for RU. Okay, so this is that property where we set the median is the average of the two bases. So we do average means we add them together, 6 plus 4, right? And then we divide it by 2. That's how you find the average, right? So this will give you segment RU. Okay, and that is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So I'm going to enter 5 for segment RU. RU. Okay, you are. It is 5. Okay. I think it's repeating itself right now. QV is 3, ST is 7, and then we're looking for RU again. Oh, it's 5 again. So because it's 3 plus 7, and then that's 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I might have to skip jump level a little bit here. Okay. This one we're looking for actually the base and not the middle. So this is the case where you kind of have to work around with your numbers a little bit. So let's fill this out. 46. 46 is that base. The middle is actually given to us. It's 70. Okay, and then the larger base is we don't know. So I'm gonna put in an X for that one. That's the one I'm looking for. I'm gonna still follow the same formula, right? The two bases add together, so X plus 46. Okay, and then divided by 2 because we're looking for the average equals to the median, which is 70, right? So I'm filling out all of this according to the property, right? And then now I'm going to solve the equation for x. Well, I'm going to first get rid of this divided by 2 by multiplying to the other side. So I'm going to get plus 46 equals to 140 instead of 70. So that 2 is gone. And now I'm going to subtract 46. So x would equal to, let's say, 94. 94. Okay. So the longer base is going to be 94. Let's enter that. Awesome. Okay. Eight. We're looking for TU, looking for the base again. So same as last problem. Let me skip jump level. All right, this one are actual expressions, so I'm actually going to work these out for you guys. So TU, the relationship is the same, okay? We're just now working with variables. Plus 63, so notice what I'm doing. I'm mark 63. I'm labeling my picture, right? PS is the median, so PS is 5y, oops, 5y minus, I should write it down here just so that it doesn't overlap with the other one. 5y minus 87. And then the QR is the long base, which is negative 4y plus 86. Okay, all right, so we have a relationship that says the average of these two equals to the median, right? So we're going to do that, right? We're going to do negative 3y plus 63. That is one base, okay? And then add to the other base, which is negative 4y plus 86. That's the other base, right? And all of this is going to be divided by 2. And then S is going to equal to the median, which is 5y minus 87. Okay, so far what I've done is I have just applied the property and just substituting the expressions in. Okay, now I'm going to start sort of, I guess, simplifying the terms a little bit. So I'm going to simplify the inside here. I'm going to get negative 7y. And then 63 and 86, that's 149. So plus 149. 149. And all of that is divided by 2 equal 5y minus 87. Okay, now if you can divide it by 2 for each of these terms and get nice numbers, then you can do that. But for me, it's easier to double something than to cut something in half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this 2 and double the other side, right? So that this side will remain negative 7y plus 149. But instead of breaking that side in half, I'm going to double the other side, the right-hand side, which now become 10y. Now, when you double, you got to double everything, okay? Just don't double the y only. Minus 87, if you double that, you're going to get 174. And then now you don't have any more fractions, okay? So now I'm going to combine the y. Okay, I'm going to move the negative 7y to this side because it's smaller. And I'm going to move the negative 174 back to the left-hand side. So I'm going to end up with 149 plus 174. And then I'm going to end up with 10y plus 7y. So now my variable is positive, okay? So 174 plus 149. It's going to be 323. 322 equal to 17y. And then I'm going to divide by 17. And my y value is going to be 19. Okay? So that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's walk through this problem really quick. First, I label my picture, and I know to use the properties that says the two bases add together, divided by 2, give me the medium one, or the median one, and I plug that in, and I sort of I simplified my expressions. I get rid of this fraction by doubling the other side, and then I just solve my equation. So I get 19. Submit. Very cool. All right. Now we're going to be working with angles. Okay, so let's talk about these angles here. We have, these are isosceles. Okay, so they're telling us it's isosceles. We have to first label that right away. And we have to also know that because they are isosceles, we know that the base angles are the same. So these and these are the same. And these down here, I'm going to do 2 marks because they're different, right? These are actually the same. Okay. All right. So now let's fill in what they are giving us. They're giving us angle S, which is up here, and that is Z plus 97. Well, what do we know about these two base angles? They are actually equal to each other. So I can set that equal to 130 so that I can actually solve for Z. Well, that's pretty easy. I just subtract 97, right? So 130 minus 97. So my Z is equal to 33. Okay, that wasn't bad, right? 33 degrees. Submit. Right. Delete, 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 delete all my beautiful drawing there. All right. V, okay, this is isosceles again. So I'm going to label my legs are the same. Well, not my legs, the trapezoids legs. Vx, Vx is the diagonal. So this diagonal is given to me right here. This one right here. That's 2p plus 12. And then this one is also given to me. Oh, well, that's nice. Well, remember we looked at the trapezoid that are isosceles, and we said that the diagonals are the same, right? So because diagonals are the same, they have this relationship, right? WY, right? So the two segments equal to each other. So I'm just going to substitute that in and solve for B, for P, actually. Oops, what did I type? That's 12 equals for 4P minus 66, okay? Minus 66, put some space there. All right, so subtract the 2P and then add the 66. So that will give me 78 equals to 2, actually minus the 2P, right? So I get 2P. And then divided by 2, right? I divided by 2, I get P is 39. So I'm going to type that in for my answer, 39. So far we've seen different type of problems already, right? We've seen problems that deal with base angles. We've seen problems that deal with the diagonals. We've seen problems that deal with the the median and the bases. So I think this problem is starting to repeat now. So I'm gonna jump level, okay, just so that I can get to the challenging problems. STRUPQ, same problems. All right, so we're in the challenge zone. Very cool. All right, we'll do a couple of more, and then it's probably repeating again. STRU, and then PQ. Oh yeah, that one's repeating, but I think it wants me to do it. If I don't do it, it's gonna start repeating again and again if I jump level. So 36 here, RU is 50. And then I need to find this guy right here, right? PO. Well, remember, I can double the median, right? So it's 36. It's 36 plus X is what I don't know, right? And I need to do parentheses actually. 36 plus X divided by 2 equals to 50. Right? The average of the two bases equals to the median. Well, I could double the 50 so that I don't have the fraction anymore. 36 plus X, and then I equal to that to 100, and then X would equal to, well, 100 minus 36 would give me 64. Yes. So PQ ended up being 64. It wasn't hard, but I had to do it just so that it gives me a different kinds of problem. Hopefully. All right, let's look at these. These look like angles problems. Oh no, it's segment again. So the legs are the same because these are isosceles. Oh wait, it says if HK is not parallel. Oh, well, if these are parallel and these angles, if the base angles are the same, right, then the leg would be the same. Okay, so HK would equals to 98 as well. It is, oh, wrong type. I need to type it inside this box right here. 98. There we go. Okay. One more problem and we are going to move on to the kites. WV is 2, RU is 4, and then I'm looking for ST. Okay, it's one of those problems again. So we do, so here's 2, here's 4, and here's X, right? So the fastest way to do this is to, you can double the median and then set 2 equals to X, or 2 plus X equals to that, 2 plus X. Because the formula says to divide by 2 equals to the median. Well, you can double the median so that you don't have to divide it by 2, right? Equals to 8. So in other words, you could treat this property as the twice the median is the sum of the bases. You could say it that way, right? Twice the median is the sum, or equals the sum, equals the sum of the bases. See, that's another way, that's an equivalent statement to what we just said about the average of the two bases is equal to the median, okay? So X turned out to be 6, which is psi ST, okay? So as you can see, 2, 4, 6, right? We could have done mental math that way. 2, 4, 6. 4 is in between 2 and 6, okay? That's why it's called the median. All right, submit, and we have reached 100, guys. I am going to move on to the kites, and kites are really interesting as well. Oh, that's not a kite, is it? That is not a kite, but this is a kite practice. It's asking us if this, actually it is a kite. Here's the head, here's the tail, or here's the tail, here's the head. It's kind of like, have you ever seen those stingrays? Those are kite shape actually, or those fighter jets. Those are kite shape as well. Okay. Anyway, this is a kite, or a bat. A bat has a kite shape. Anyway, this is the tail, and that's the head, and these are the wings, right? So it is a kite because the arms are equal and the legs are equal. So I'm going to say it's a kite. Oh, they're telling me it's a kite. Duh. They're asking me for angle C. Sorry, guys. I just ate. I'm so full, so my brain is not functioning very well. Anyway, so here's angle C. We know the wing angles are the same, and we know that all 4 angles add to 360. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 360, and we take away the other 2 angles, which is 89 and 133. We get an answer, right? And then we get an answer, and we divide that answer by 2. Because there are 2 angles and we just want one of them, right? So let's do that. I'm going to do it on my calculator because I don't trust my brain right now. 360, I could barely speak. Minus 89 minus 133, get an answer, divided by 2. So the angle is 69. Let's type that in. Ta-da! Okay, cool. Wow, that was the first answer. Wow, we got 20 points. Jeez, how generous. There's another kite. What's angle G? Oh, it's repeating, so I'm going to skip. What's segment T? Oh, okay, so this one is segment, so I'm going to work this one out because it's different. We're looking for TU, which is this leg right here. Okay, so I'm gonna put a question mark there, looking for TU, and we are given these two legs. Well, one of the theorems or one of the properties of the kites is that they meet at a 90-degree angle, right? Which means that this right here, this triangle that I'm messing with right here is a right triangle, right? So we could potentially use the Pythagorean theorem to find out this leg of the right triangle, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my calculator. I'm going to go to this fancy calculator here, and I'm going to type in my Pythagorean theorem problems, and I'm going to show you how to type it all in at once, right? So you have the hypotenuse, you're looking for the legs, so you're going to be eventually subtracting the squares and then take the square root. And I could do all of that in one step, right? The first thing I do is put the giant square root in, okay? And then I'm going to do 58 square minus, not add, minus, because I'm looking for the legs. So c square minus b square, so to say, square. And then hit enter, and we get our answer right away. Okay, so I am going to type that in. We'll type in 40. Okay. Yay. Let's get rid of my scribble. PT. Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, it's a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. I don't even have to do Pythagorean theorem. It's 3, 4, 5. So PT has to be 3. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. What am I dragging this thing down here? Wait, go up there. What are you doing? Go up here. God, why is it messing with me? Go, move. It's not moving. Oh my God. You know what? I'm not messing with it. I'm going to type in my answer. I'm not messing with that. It doesn't want to cooperate. All right, we're in the general zone. Cool. Move. Oh my God, it's not moving. Okay, wow. You know what? Wasting my time on you. I could be working on my kite. FG. Oh God, that's another Pythagorean theorem. So you're looking for this side right here. So it's going to be another subtraction problem. So this is just calculator work, guys. Go to calculator. Again, do the square root, a big giant square root, and do 80 square minus 64 square. And hopefully it's going to give us a nice number. Yay, 48. Okay, type in 48 as our answer. Please give us a different type of problems. Not again. It's asking for QS again, which is Pythagorean theorem again. Okay. Can I jump level? No, I can't. Okay. I want to see different, like I want to see angles problem. We're going to do 89 square minus 80 square. Enter. We get 39. Okay, I'll type in 39 here. Okay, guys, we're at 98, and they're still giving me just Pythagorean theorem. So let's just get this over with. It looks like this is all they got. All right, so Pythagorean theorem. Oh, this is another 3, 4, 5 right triangle. It's getting way too easy. Come on, IXL, give us challenge. Put a 3 in there. Oh, and we're done. Okay, guys. Well, I hope that was helpful. It wasn't too bad. It was something that you guys already know how to do. But thank you for sticking with me. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.